Hello old-timers and newcomers, I am keen but shy, and this is part 6, episode 6 of Routine. Chapter 6, what was it? I should really start doing my intros when there's a medium chance of me... There! Chapter 6, Legacy. When there is a minor chance of me syncing it up. I have already listened to this, have I not?
This is William Davis, founder of Prism Institute.
I was right.
I'd like to take
It
a
was
moment to
Davis.
express my gratitude to each and every member.
Okay, then... Establishment. I am Le Fool. We already knew this, but it's good to have reminders. Now let's see if OBS behaves itself this time, or if indeed it was just me who pushed the button and forgot to set it on the right track again. Turn it on. Nothing yet. Now, first things first, let's look at what's nearest, aka prong, or the prong, I should say. Hello, what are you now? Prong 01 misaligned and prong 02 misaligned. Okay, and how do I solve that issue? Activating prong 01. That did indeed not fix it, but it might give me a clue as to what I should do about it. Oh. Prong control. Oh. So it's an actual prong. I thought it was a prong in the sense of 78, 80%, 995. There. The prong has been aligned. Okay. What did I do that for? What was this about? But yeah, I thought it was a prong in the sense of a building part. You know, sort of like how buildings can have wings, so why can't they have prongs? Ah, hell, they could even have prawns. There. Prong 2. Prong 1, reception, opening, comms 2, and 1. Not necessarily in that order. What? Oh. Crap. Oh yeah, I wasn't supposed to see it this time. I was supposed to... Oh! Okay! Oh, it's freaking eating! Ah, I was inside it! Ignore my erection, that's not okay. Okay, so prongs. Let me see if I can figure out the science behind this. Yeah, I'm aware. Let's see. I remember something about us needing to do an echography. I don't exactly know what that is, but I assume... Echo would be... well, echography, referencing images, or maybe geography, which in turn is images of landscapes. So maybe maybe we are trying to take a... basically take an MRI scan. No, not an MRI scan. A sonar scan of the lunar environment. And I remember something about it needing to be done very quickly due to an emergency. But I'm not entirely sure how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be at all relevant or helpful to our situation. Up! I clicked the thing! It was at the exact same place as last time and still... I'll remember to put the thing back on. And back. Prong is aligned. Opening commons doors. But this time, instead of 01, I'm going for 02. See what difference that makes. I do know this takes me closer to... Shit! Shit! This is where I need to be. Of course, imaging 02 is closed. Okay. Need to find prong 02. Okay, so I'm in the... I hear it coming closer. It's definitely coming closer. I think it's walking away. There. Global power outage. Door imaging 02. Lift servers. Door systems. Shit. I need to use less power. Back from whence I came. Where is it? Why do the things sound like insect wings flapping when they grow? There. Now, let's save some power. Lift entrance down. Door reception down. That should give us some room to work with. Okay, weird. I thought... I could hear it wailing in one direction and its footsteps in another. Where am I? There. Oh shit. Oh! That was too goddamn close. I didn't even realize what I was looking at. All I saw was movement and there's that hand. Ugh. Okay. Lift servers. Door systems. Door systems. Prong 2. Door imaging. O2. There. Now, I think prong 2 was somewhere around here. Is this it? Yes, it is. Good. Close the door, please. Okay. Clarity 22%. Huh? Okay. Clarity 100%. Moving it upwards. Oh, 2%. And moving it right, here we are. Prong has been aligned. Now let's see if we can't find our way to imaging without running into... Who was it? What was his name? The guy I think it's supposed to be. I can't remember. Imaging O2. Close, please. Oh, okay, okay. Thought it was something horrible. Here we are. Let's see. And here is the path. I can't enter the path. Door imaging O1. No, I'm opening to echography. Let's see. I think echography was this way. Yes, here it is. Finally enter this. Crap. Shit. Give me the things. Close the door, 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 damn you! You piece! Oh, hello. Instructions. Align subsurface imaging prongs. Initializing subsurface imaging prongs. Ensuring stable contact. Contact pressure. Signal clarity. Scanning in process. Analyzing data. Analysis complete. Output ready. That's immediate intervention required. Proceed to the ripening and induction. Proceed to the ripening and induction terminal immediately. Ripening and induction terminal.
expectations. The canal, the moon. It requires us, and we require it. Another contraction.
Contraction. We're going full alien then, but in a more convenient way than Ridley Scott taught us. Proceed to induction and proceed to ripening and induction. Ripening and induction terminal. Where would that be? I don't remember seeing any of that. Could it be down by the path? Ah, it is. Okay. Well, this feels awful. I just remember the... arrows out there. I thought maybe coming in here would reveal some sort of horror show hidden on the walls, but apparently not. Oh! I hear the turning of fan blades over there. Okay, that's a wall. That's also a wall. 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 The building is moaning. Oh, wait. Ah! I'm just back here. Ah. I told you I heard fan blades. Oh. The spores made their freaking way into the freaking ventilation system. Unless these are the remaining body parts of Eve, as I've come to call her. Unless it's Mother Gaia or something. Someone has been sleeping next to it. What else have they been doing to it? Mavis seemed pretty intrigued by it. And I'm not one to cast judgment. And if it's aware, if it's consensual, if it's of age, then stick it in, right in. But let's, at the very least, contemplate whether or not it can still be functionally called alive or not.
Keep pushing forward.
Do you think it's a delusion that I'm seeing a flower around here? Or did someone take the time to paint one? And I say again, I think I'm all kinds of effed. Hello. Oh! Ripening and induction. Inject amniotic brine. Is this the central core? Of the ASN? This feels like I'm gonna wanna be comfortable. Yes or yes? Let us go on the left-hand path. Ripening and induction. What exactly is being injected and into what? The canal is ready. Okay. Apparently the canal is ready. What does that mean? Did I do a good thing or a bad thing? Was I just following the parasite's commands? Or did I do something to try and counteract it? I'm kind of curious. That seemed to do nothing. The moon is shaking. So, what is happening? I'm totally lost. That door is closed. Is the tree blooming again? No, it's not. Or what? What do I need to do now then? Archive inactive. First and foremost. Damn it, I double clicked. Let's see, tasks. Completed in progress. Induction door has now opened. One final stage, the ripening and induction terminal. Canal needs me. Okay, so I am just fully down the rabbit hole. What? Let's see. The pass. What? Aww. Aww. So, still unsure if that is one of the people who ventured into the canal and was left buried outside and then just resurrected by the infection and now has grown confused, thinking that's its mother, or maybe it really was his mother, its mother. I'm finding the shit. I am wholly bleeding blind. Oh, here we are. Now, not in here, but over here. What? No. Oh. I'm sick is what? In the canal. Okay. Let it be known, I'm still unsure. I'm still unsure. Security clearance required. Yes. I'm still unsure how we went from shutting down the ASN to ending up here. And how one thing connects to the other. I can just make best guesses in the whole thing, but honestly I think that's part of the experience of the game. You've never experienced existential horror before. This is it. What am I doing? Why am I doing it? Is it for the benefit or detriment? And for who? Myself? Or everyone else? And who should I really consider to be the better option? I have no idea. All I know is everything is dark. I'm alone There's no one to help me because everyone is as powerless as I am. Oh. I'm in the single most hostile environment known to mankind. Dealing with something I don't understand. Trying to make sense of it. Trying to apply a rationale to it. Only for it to not in any way What? I can't see anything. There. Yeah, this is not the type of place where reason flourishes. Venom is beholden me. Oh.
One final step.
$844D. No. 8440G. What? Oh! Thank you, mystical parasitic mycelia of horrors. For just a second I believed it to be the very end of the game. Because if it just ended with me inundated with darkness, it would somehow feel apropos, but at the same time, is it weird to say that dissatisfaction would be satisfying? Like, it would make sense for all the reasons that I just talked about. Is it me?
Together. We begin anew. Through me, you endure. Through you, I endure.
Internal district. Subject Prism, Lunar Containment and Recovery Program. Reference. The objective was to recover data associated with the original Prism Canal expedition. The Prism Lunar Expedition, geological contractions within the site known as the Canal. Operations continued until 1979. In 1999, a Union Plaza resort employee, John Cooper, reported the discovery of Union Plaza operational irregularities. Software engineers sent to correct the automated security network entered the ward. Contraction events align with patterns from the original Prism Canal expedition, escalating intensity. Recover all Prism mission data and, related to the canal, retrieve or irregular value. Indeterminate origin or unauthorized function. The LCRP lunar touchdown at approximately 800 meters from the ward's airlock. Upon entry of the ward, the crew reported a dense concentration of particulate matter described as, or pollen. Substantial interference. Complete telemetry loss. The final transmission contained one image. Chapter 01, Rebirth. Oh. Okay. Okay. Did not like that ending. Oh. Sadly, you can't see what I'm seeing, but I appear to be in a very basic Unreal Engine map. Like, it looks like the base ones you get the first time you try to create one, with all the boxy walls and all that. Never mind. What did I... Did not like that ending. Because it felt if it had just cut to the 2025 report, if it had just cut to that, I think I would have been happier, because that thing, the way I understood it, just on an existential level, it didn't really matter whether... It doesn't really matter whether what happened was real, or... sorry. It doesn't really matter whether there was some sort of mycelial consciousness that would have been equivalent to a demiurge, from which I assume life itself would have been born some billions and billions of years ago, that was calling us back to it, to the moon. Or if it was just a delusion created by the mycelia to bring itself nutrients that up until now it had lain dormant until we disturbed it and then gave it fuel to start growing again. The distinction between the two isn't really important, because either way, it's a pretty freaking dark ending. Basically, it ends with us embracing our fate. And either it's willingly or it's unwilling. Either we are compelled to do so by the infection, or we choose to do so because we feel there is something benevolent within it. We feel connected to this other thing, this being, this divinity that has been essentially waiting for us all these millions of years. It is a pretty horrifying concept, but then, from our perspective, it's also some sort of blessing, almost like we're entering some sort of celestial paradise, some sort of spiritual haven, some place where we can live forever through you, and I through you, and me through you, and you through me. Some sort of mycelial hive mind. I really would have preferred if it had just ended with us falling into darkness and then cutting to the 2025 report, because we're given a pleasant death built on false promises. It's not satisfying when we can see what's going on, except we can't actually see what's going on because everything was so... not contradictory, vague, so there was so much guesswork involved. I think if it had just cut to black there, if it had left us with questions, discovering that there was no answers to be found, just growing darkness and horror, misery, if it was just all that with no answer, I think that would have been a far better ending. But this... not only does it feel fake, because you can't tell, there's enough to make me question whether it was real or not, and yet, in that same token, there's enough to make me question if it wasn't real, if you understand what I'm saying. And it just felt so cheesy. It just felt so cheesy, so... It felt like a happy ending for the sake of having a happy ending. It felt like, okay, do we reward our players or not? If you had not, it would have been such a fantastic experience as, you know, a horror game. Like, leave us with those questions. That's what applying rationale to something that isn't rational, trying to understand but being trapped within limited comprehension. That all of that was brilliant. This was a fantastic game. Why did you have to? Can I say the ending ruined the game? Absolutely not. This is by far away one of the best horror games I've ever played. I'd go so far as to say it's the best. Not the one I enjoyed the most, but just from an artistic perspective, just from a creator's perspective, just from the perspective of a craftsman. This is an amazing game that everyone should try for themselves. Specifically, you should try it with VR. We should have VR for this. This absolutely amazing. Fantastic. But that goddamn ending, that was so... It just felt tacked on. It felt hollow. It felt... You could argue that it feeling hollow adds to the existential horror of this situation, because yes, it seemed to be a happy, pleasing, satisfying ending, but also we know it isn't true. To that I say existential horror. The vagueness and uncertainty of things is the entire point. And yes, we are uncertain, but everything the game threw at us, at no point did it feel like things might get better, or that we were creating a solution, or even making any kind of headway. Just everything went from bad to worse, 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 and worse. And to just have that happy ending tacked on like that, it just doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit. Really didn't like that. I'd much preferred the darkness cutting out, and us cutting out, our fate being uncertain. All the same. The single greatest game I have ever played. Absolutely fantastic. It went to what's the guy's name? The artsy one. The one who drove Duval to complete insanity for the sake of his movies. The Shining guy. The 2001 Space Odyssey guy. You know who I'm talking about, that guy. It went a bit too much. Most of the game had been Alien. It went a bit too much 2001 A Space Odyssey. Actually, I should say 2010 A Space Odyssey, the sequel to that movie, which, if you haven't seen it, It's a worse movie. No. It's a worse work of art, but it's a more enjoyable movie, if you understand what I'm saying. Because we actually got some fucking answers about it. We didn't need to wait for 20 years before the guy slips up. No, not slips up, but gives us somewhat concrete answers as to what happened and how to interpret it, and whether it was a good or a bad ending, or, you know. It went a bit too that guy at the end. Really didn't like that. But you know what? Love the game. Love this game. Didn't care for the ending. Loved everything else about this game. The visuals, the hard science, the implications, the everything about it. Chef's kiss game, and I want a sequel to it. Don't know how you would do that. Do I want a sequel to it? I want more of it. I want more of it. I do want more of it. How about this? You know how great movies get terrible sequels that we still enjoy? Let's give this fantastic game a terrible sequel, which is a lot more fun. Let's go Resident Evil 4 all over it. Make it that. Oh. And just remember how amazing this original game was. And on that note, thank you all for watching. I've been keen but shy. I hope you will see me, since I can see you, in my next video.